Radio check, radio check. Work is in the AO. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can join us today for some Hearts of Iron 4 1-year war. Well, a 1-year war plus 96. 15? Oh, God. It's been 1-year war plus 14. As you may remember from last time, we actually hit the 1 January 0096 mandatory stop point for the game, which means we've been at war a little too much. And, well, at the very least, we did manage to succeed in our original objective of capturing and uniting the southern Mediterranean front here. We've secured most, if not all, of Italy, and linked them up with the Ile-de-France Caen area here, Anvar, Nice, Savoy, Sturon. Fortunately, because of stuff we've already completed here, the AU has managed to reorganize themselves and are now deploying an extensive mobile suit force projection unit all across the world, at least in the areas where they have control. As you can clearly see, we did suffer some extensive losses from that. Nonetheless, with the access to the Alex Gundam, some of our special forces units will be a bit better armed to face the new mobile suit threat. Meanwhile, the troops in the South Asia front had to reorganize themselves around Delhi, mostly because the Federation forces seem to have centered themselves around the East Asia area and are ready to push up. Question is, we have no. Question is if they're going to try to attack the orbital positions here, which could be a problem because most of our defenses here are just older mobile suit formations, infantry units, and a couple of mechanized forces. We might have to deploy some reinforcement units in the area. Speaking of which, I should probably set that up. Here's my G's, my Zaku divisions. I need to edit this. The Goof, GM Sniper. Zaku's are now switching down these and all that. Let's see, mechanized recon, engineers, maintenance company, logistics, and signals. Fighting in orbit doesn't seem to be a problem, but they don't have any adjusters here. Soft attack taken, hard attack taken. This one, vision armor 100%. Probably gonna have to send these guys up. Then have them deploy from Solomon so that we have a rolling reserve back in orbit. Time being, our objective, as much as possible, is to try and win the war today. I don't know if we can do that, especially since I don't think we have the resources to actually push to their key locations, and I don't know how many of these points are required to fill this. Even though it says we're already at 86% towards victory, there's a high chance that they can push us out of the key locations here. We might be forced to split the front again, deploy some reserves over here to the Qingdao area, and probably take over the capital of the new capital in Tokyo, but that's going to be a bit of trouble considering our supply lines are getting banged up by their extensive fleet interception capabilities. To mention, we've also got supply issues up the Wahoo, and that's going to be annoying. We got 2 divisions up and ready to rock here. By the looks of it, they got a Gundam formation here. Thankfully, since we've managed to capture some key mobile suit formations from last time, we can actually try and reverse engineer some of these mobile suits and their wall weapons. I don't know who I want to go with first. I think I want to go with, Wait, what's on the national stockpile? Where's my reserves? Logistics. There's a bit of shortage in infantry equipment. Probably need to expand the production of that one. This fighter. I don't even have these fighters. I can't even use these nukes. 20% are producing weapons, so I think we can expand the infantry production a bit more. Getting really, really short on that. Problem is we can't transfer it properly. Time being, wait, we have process escape. For the time being, we will try to, how do we say this? We'll try to capture most of Europe, probably keep the British Isles under observation, since we can't really conduct proper naval invasions from the French coast, mostly because we have no idea how many of these positions are defended so far, and we also have to worry about the fact that there's an interception fleet that can engage us from air. Even though we can get somebody to conduct naval supremacy support here, we're gonna just lose some ships that are required to protect our very, very few convoys who don't seem to be defending themselves properly. Large set of reserves here. Oh shoot, what kind of name is that? Who needs more escort capabilities? Next strike group, maybe? And you guys will go to the first raiding flotilla. This 4 remaining will join the first Western Seaboard Patrol. Oh, that's a lot of subs. I'll split these numbers up a bit, put you guys with the first Amphibious Mobile Group. Half of these surviving units will be with the third raiding flotilla. The rest will join up with the second raiding force. I'll take care of this reserve fleet, which is composed of 4 surface vessels. Okay, 2 of these guys will go to the second reserve escort flotilla. The other destroyers will join the fourth surface escort flotilla. Split these mobile suits along with their submarine carrier on the second escort force. The rest of you will form a second unit with third raiding fleet. They call this. This third raiding fleet. Ratings. What is that? Oh. Attached task force is a. You guys are gonna be on strike force duties, yes? It's parked back at base looking for enemy fleets to engage, and then they'll push up and try to push them through. Now, here's our issue. We got a land force sort of trapped here. Rest. Let's see, Big Fork. Don't know if I have the resources to take care of that. Now, we can try and push further up, try to capture most of the northern French coast, then attempt to drive into Germany, capture key cities across this region, and push further. The issue is we have no idea where the rest of the Federation's land forces are. It's either we just take Athens by standard land formations. It's a land battleship again. Either we take Athens by land formations again, or rather, take most of Europe by land, or we just, I'd say there's... push by land or drive closer by air? I still have some paratroopers I can deploy. Main issue here is that we don't exactly have a lot of reserves right now since we've deployed most of our main forces down here. And because of the update from last time, we now have to face an estimated 150 AU divisions of all types. There's probably a majority of mobile suit formations there. We can deploy the 23rd Mobile Support Group to probably push up to the east and expand our front lines here so we can probably capture this point, prevent the AU, or push the AU back, and then we can capture most of the Persian Gulf area and the Yemen point and Oman so we can get some more oil. So let's try and do that now. Set up an area defense location here in the Damascus Beirut area. This front should be enough. Keep those locations checked. Hopefully the 6th will be able to, rather than 23rd Mobile Support Group will be able to do something about that. Now let's set up a land push through here, try to surround the Federation forces in this area. Well, that's separate points. Capture the Cherbourg area. You guys are going to drive through Brest and then link up here. Supply issues again. Doesn't look too good for us. Okay, so we're setting them up. Now the issue here is whether or not we have the ability to actually push up now that the Federation has their mobile suit formations here. Let's hope they don't do much, especially since we have formations here in the South Asia region that are pretty much cut off, technically speaking. We'll have to rely on friendly supplies from orbit to try and survive against Federation attack. We're gonna lose the areas we captured in the central Indian provinces. At the very least, we have some of the resources we can. Ooh, supplies. Come on, another set of convoys lost. What? Where the hell did the animal armor go? Let's try and capture these points. Open up the supply lines a bit further. What the? Oof, looks like they reformed some of that. The land armor formation is about to get away. Freaking land battleships are a little too fast for us. Let's try to get some radar up here on the Brest area. Maybe we can see something from this point. Meanwhile, expand the infrastructure, make it easier to transfer supplies. Oh, they've done some work here in Europe, but it's not enough. I don't get it. Okay, that makes things easier for us, though. As we push a little further. What? What do you mean recaptured Paris? Oh, come on, guys. That's another AU formation up there. Push him out of there, guys, for the love of everything. Ow! That's not good. Where are you being transferred? Can we afford to lose Arctic Gibraltar right now, is the question. I mean, I can probably push these guys out and hope that the planetary or the orbital defense forces can handle things. So what's the plan here? What's the play here, actually? Like, if we try and expand our forces a little further up at this rate, there's a high chance that the AU will find some gaps in our defensive lines, and they'll exploit that to make salients into the positions further south. BGMs. Ah, we can finally reverse engineer beam spray guns. Let's get these guys out. Fortunately, that's the first one. So we've completely reversed engineered those defensive positions. Uh-oh. You want to push up into Lyon already? Oh, we get both Venice and Ferrara here. But that's two frontline positions taken over. Most of Italy is almost under our control. We still have parts of Veneto and Veneto, Trentino, and else is under. Okay, we did capture most of Lombardy though. Just need to get these guys up. The Alps are still blocked. We can't really drive to that. But it looks like the Feds are trying their best to push back, but we're giving as best as we can. Let's send these guys over to Le Havre. Shoring up the back line. Take you over to Rouen. And we can block off those guys. Oh, come on. We're gonna get blown up first. Alright, box them in. Box them in, lads. Another mobile suit formation captured. Not enough to get... wait. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. I just had to fix something. Anyway, where were we? So here's the current situation, right? We got several mobile suit formations here in the European front area, and they're keeping salient positions here. Probably capture Vichy at this point. Ooh, what's this? Okay, we got ace promotions inbound. Engaging most in the southern France area. Excuse me. Yeah. push up a little further here. Okay. Try to cut them off before they get away. Once we capture Leon, we'll be able to push through here. Thankfully, because the Swiss have their borders protected, we don't have to worry about it that much. Now let's hope we can get those Gundams as well, because the... Oh, right. Running away. Push them out. Don't let them get away this time. That was the front line. Hey, there's a salient just outside of Paris. I don't like that. Are these guys not moving forward yet? Come on! Fine, let's go to Torrento then. Trent. These guys. Where the heck are you moving? Oh, moving across the river. Near to Dijon. So how's our victory points going? 87 in favor of aggressors, which refers to us. Belly, of course. And we got a couple of GMs. Gun tanks and gun cannons? Sweet. Just need a gun. Just need a Gundam so that I can get the other achievement. Which I believe is... Yep, Kozun. The Kozun achievement. Yep, is right there. It shows Amiens. Let's wait until everybody is up on the front, and then we'll push in. No divisions on that front, I'm afraid. Geneva, huh? Uh-oh, that's a Gundam ground type right there. You know what? Screw it. These guys aren't gonna do anything. They're gonna have to dry or keep those side flanks covered. No, it's either we push these guys up and secure... We can deploy some of these guys on the reserve line, I think, but I don't know if we can afford to keep RT Gibraltar undefended. Also get to know. Okay, some of those rail lines need to be re-expanded. Now, how do we do this? We can attempt to trap 2 of these GM divisions out here. Send this guy up across the Rhymes and Troy, or probably south of Rhymes and into Troy. Or we can flank towards Amiens, trap these guys in Dieppe, and push forward with our 3 formations here. I think I'll go with this one. For this up. 2 formations here, and you guys here, and you guys over here. With that out of the way. Oh. Ah, come on, guys. You have the advantage in numbers, but you can't protect our convoys properly. What the heck is wrong with you? this way. I'm gonna set up a separate GM formation and just push them up through here. See if they... Ooh, finally, we got a Gundam! Capture one of the Gundam gun cannon and gun tank in the state that, and they have been added to stockpile. I mean, it's pretty hard when you're reading from the SL line. It gives us a 1% boost to power, political power, 1% army experience boost, and 1% daily command gain multiplier. Which means we have the option to reverse engineer the Gundam later, but I can't find it. Oh, no, I think we don't need to reverse engineer the Gundam anymore because we already got the GM, the Gundam Alex. Where are you going? Push forward and block him off. Uh-oh, air superiority issue. Where is it? There's no divisions manning this area. Gonna assign you to... Oh, that's... Yes, okay. Oh, you got moved to a different formation. Which unit is this coming from again? Oh. Here. I got those guns. Perfect. Now, they're still threatening Paris. But we can probably attempt to push them up instead. Keep them off the front line for a bit more. How about the guys in Africa? Oh, that's, yeah, the ground attack formations from the 23rd Support Corps. And Delhi, at the very least, seems to be holding on for dear life. And I suppose, since we still have orbital support, they can at least defend or resupply themselves. Problem is, we're pretty much heavily surrounded here, and we might be forced to retreat from Delhi at this rate. Especially since some of these guys are still coming up. Need to put y'all on strategic redeployment. Just so you can go down there faster. What? 72 days? 3 months? 3 months for? Guys over here. Reinforcing. Try and move up to Dijon now. Try and get these guys over here instead. Oh, they're pushing up to Bern. Perfect. I think we'll get Switzerland at this rate. Air superiority again? Northern France. Pushing us out of northern France again. Do you have any aircraft that can deploy from there? Right. And transfer aircraft formations over to the northern France area. Well, for these guys to go over. And we got free civilian factories. Excellent. Like some formations up here as well. And looks like the looks like we got heavy air formations coming in from across the channel now. A bit of a problem. What's the plan here? Hang on a second, I think I can trap these guys. Not Geneva, that is. Ah, crud. Cut him off. Prevent them from getting to Besançon. Ah. Dang it! It got away. Well, we'll have to drive to Zurich then. Very least, they seem to be having some trouble reinforcing their forward formation rapidly. So that's going to be a plus for us at the very least. 3, 2, that's a lot. That is a lot of GM divisions in that particular area just outside Paris. Out where these paratroopers cover this area. Bit of a dogfight coming up on the north side. Pick out those flanking points. We have anti-air? No, we don't. There's not enough anti-air in this general area. Expand that. Very least, the AU doesn't seem to be deploying any heavy ground attack aircraft in this region. Let's hope they don't have any more bombers. Ah, sabotage in Troy again. It's as expected. Right. What missions do we have? We have the 5th Airborne Group just reforming. And then we have the 12th Special Duties Group ready to push up. Ah, what the heck? Messy up here. There's a problem. Looks like we're having some supply bottlenecks again. Convoys are getting sunk. Roadways are also blocked off. We need these guys to push through here to Basra. I guess a little push further up that area is gonna eat most of our supplies, yes. We lost burn again! What the heck are you guys doing? Reduce the bottleneck expanding means. Let's get some infrastructure build-ups here on the east side of France. Let's just hope they're just sticking to GMs for the time being. GMs and early Gundam ground types. We have the advantage because we have the Alex, but once they get back up to that, we'll be in a bit of a pain. We have access to the GMs yet? Nope, doesn't look like it. 42. Still a little over a month until we can get some mobile suits up. Alright, let's drive up to Wilhelmshaven at this rate. We're gonna use the 5th Airborne on a ground assault coming in from the left flank. While we send the 12th Special Duties Group on a mountain trip all the way through Luxembourg. And probably drive to Right, everybody on drive? Let's go. Not going to be easy pushing through all of these lanes. There's a bit of a traffic jam on the west coast near Calais. I think we should probably reinforce the 3rd reserves. Anybody up on the production line? The next unit coming in. A while. It looks like we did suffer some losses from that engagement, but at the very least we managed to push them out and let us capture some GMs. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let me just fix something real bit. Sorry about that. Now, how are we going? The advance seems to be going well, but we're seeing some survivors getting left behind in flanking positions here. We need to cut them off before they can escape. Good there. Now, this looks historical. We got AU forces trapped in Dunkirk. This land battleship formation failed to link up with the friendlies out here. Try and cut them off. Ah! Okay, that's also historical. They managed to get away by boat. Dang it. Couldn't get enough organization to push them off or overrun them. Right, drive to Luxembourg seems to be going well so far. Gonna try and surround this formation to prevent them from escaping. Not good! That's a land battleship formation as well. We're losing planes, though. Nancy is also under our control. Now we're just gonna go across through the Rhine into Mosselland. Here's Baden area. Right, we need to get Ghent up now. The Federation gets away with it. Unless we can get past these defensive positions in the southern Dutch areas, we can't really push them off. They still have naval advantage, so we'll have to rely on ground transports to resupply our forces driving east into the heart of Europe. At the very least, we are now at a 91% victory rate. It seems like there's a bit of a problem in the South Asia theater, as the forces have now been cut off. We might have to pull back from South Asia entirely. As they try and hold up this position here. Going in Europe that needs defending. These guys attempting to push up or push us away from Frankfurt seem to be doing a bit of a good job. Anything you can reverse engineer? Yet. I don't want to reverse engineer that just yet. They're getting pushed out instead of being surrounded. That's not a good thing. Driving further south. The Africa front attacks are not going well so far. need to push further up there. It is imperative that we can capture this point today. Just 8%. We just need to capture a couple of these key points in Europe. While you take over Hanover, Hamburg, and Berlin to push it further up to 95 at least. Question is, can the Federation actually, or rather, can our forces actually do something about it? Where the heck are my anti-air units? Why do they not have anti-air defenses in Italy? Well, screw that. We're pushing up further. Hopefully the convoys can survive long enough for everything. Can't really get anything to trade though. Amsterdam just a bit away. Meanwhile, we got another set of aces coming up. We're attempting to capture Amsterdam and The Hague now. Looks like everybody is really pulling their weight here as we keep the Federation, the AU, from recovering our positions. Yep, there goes the Hague and Amsterdam. There's an open on. Seriously? That's not good. We're getting to cut off our positions here on the south side. Well, that doesn't sound like a good idea. I have to get them over here as well. Maybe if we try to push them further up from this point and capture Trieste. Since they still have some... Ooh, we still have some friendly forces in orbit that can hold positions just in case the AU decides to get a little too happy and try to counterattack our formations. Things are getting really sad here as supplies are getting attritioned badly. Should probably get a radar formation up, get some roads up here, and maybe get the convoy lines. Is it 7 more days? Get another supply hub up there. Hopefully they can hold enough for the lines to push further. Eee, we got cut off. Relink and move out of the way. Gonna retake the southern regions at this point. We're still at 93%, so we can probably afford to lose bits of pieces there, but Taranto, Naples, and Rome, as well as Palermo, are key positions, so I don't think I can afford that. How do we go for... Where the heck is everybody else? How long are you gonna take? 4 days? Are you? What else do we capture? Basic GM powered, maybe not, no need for that. Bad news, they're pushing south. So we need to recapture that point using the elements of the 19th Reserve. Meanwhile, here in South Asia, things are looking hella painful. What the hell's everybody else? Ah, they crossed over here. We need Delhi held as best as possible. Can't lose it now. This is seriously not looking good for us. I think we're going to lose some positions here on the south unless the elements of the 2nd MS Division can move in faster. Should we send in additional reserve units from here? How about here in Africa? How about we put this one in area defense? Let's go! Push further up the front lines, boys and girls! Are they even pushing right? I don't think they're pushing properly. We might lose Cairo at this rate. Lost another set of convoys there. Attack in Europe! Not going too hot for us here. We got cut off. Are you kidding me? Front line. And secure that. Keep those Federation forces off of Italy. What? Uh-oh. That's bad news for everybody. They're attacking the Peruvian course with an invasion naval force now. 94%. We need to drive fast. They're already pushing counterattacks all over all over our rear lines. Uh-oh. Push them off. Don't let them get away. Come on, lads. Just need 5%. I need to capture these cities. Might have to push further up into Hamburg, though. Everything going a little too risky in the Africa front. Did manage to push them a bit further up, but the guys here with the 8th and 33rd Reserve Corps are having a bit of problem. No, we need to push them out of this position. Hopefully the Federation won't go much. Okay. That area has been contained, thankfully. So we need to put some convoys on the Adriatic as well. Too hot for our position. Also needs support. 5th Special Raiding Force can ensure use of reinforcements, but they're under contact. We can't send reinforcements in just yet. Second reserves. They already have a carrier. These guys also already have a carrier as well. What surface flotilla also has a carrier? I'm sending you guys over to support the second mobile. Oh, this is the 4th Surface Escort Flotilla. Why did I send reinforcements that area? Well, whatever. Any more? Yep, they know what's up. They're pushing everything they have on the European front line. Gonna send these guys over to Innsbruck. Maybe find out a position and maybe, I don't know, defend Kikihime's house for some reason. Now we're driving to Salzburg with nobody guarding the area. Oh, come on! Forget this front line, leave it to the reserve forces. Verona, Padova, drive over to Trieste. Meanwhile, here on the we're still got a couple of roads issue. It's 2 divisions. I can't engage that effectively. House here in 95. Attack having a bit of a problem here. Really pushing it at this point. Elements of the 12th Special Duties Group are already getting overextended. Okay, drive to Prague. Push up and secure these points. We can surround them. We have a good chance of getting some more stuff we can capture. There's a bit of a salient here now. I don't want to go there. How many more? Just a bit more. We're still at 95. How is the South Asia front going? Ugh. Not getting reinforcements? "93 hours. Okay, they're still getting reinforcements at the very least, but it's not fast enough. It's another surrounding unit knocked out. There's a salient here we need to secure. Great. Hanover base is now under our control, but we're still at 95. That sounds like a bad thing. Probably have to take over Hamburg, Berlin, and Prague at this point. Linz is right there as well. Take over Ljubljana as well. Should be able to drive through that point. Knock out their naval positions here in Reykjavik. Gives us a bit more of a frontline formation. Although it looks like the Federation knows that the Federation knows the jig is up. Wisbeg, not enough frontline formation here on the south. Everybody seems to be driving further north. We should be. It's still stuck in 95. What's going on? Control. Okay. There's an airstrike formation here. They have a logistics strike operation, but I have no idea where they're attacking. Guess it's time to move up our air formations to the east. West Germany. least they're still within controllable range. 26, just a bit more, lads. We can still win this. Get over to Kiel while nobody's looking. Uh-oh. Gotta hold Salzburg, dang it. At the very least, we should be lucky that their mobile suit formations seem to be having a bit of an issue reinforcing. An infantry formation here in the Jutland area. Munich is right there. Can I drive further up? Okay, I'm taking the executive decision of sending these frontline and have them drive all the way north instead. Link up with the friendlies driving to Prague. That'll keep the enemies on their toes, I think. They know that we're moving to Prague from two sides. They'll try to block off our formation over here. Hopefully that means... Ah, dang it, we lost the plane! Naval combat in the Iberian Peninsula. It's still invasion here on the Peruvian coast. The hostile. Lots of action over here as well. Thankfully, we've got enough supplies to keep them protected. The logistics are getting really cut off now. Gathering up some... Ah, we captured some naval facilities by the looks of it. A land warfare specialist again. Anything else? You know, there's a lot of breakthroughs, but no projects for breakthroughs to use. What the heck is happening to that guy? What? How is he still alive after that? Well, whatever. Ow, ow, ow. Whatever the case, we're just 3% through to victory. Just need to make our drive to Prague. Burn... Oh, I don't know. Gonna drive. Hopefully we can actually get there. Might go to Vienna and alternate road. Ah! Flank him! Don't let him get away! This guy's got cut through. But we did manage to cut off some of these mobile formations here, so that's a good sign. Just need 2%. I need 2%, and we'll be able to win this war. Finally. Where did that armored formation come from? Don't let them get away! Where in blazes are you guys going? Come on, how many more? There's 2 more. I just need 2 more %. Oh man. They're really pushing up the defenses here in the north side of Europe. Basically means we have a good chance to get through them. They're suffering significantly from supply issues, which is a good thing. Now that keeps their area under our control. Just need 2 more. I just need 2 more key cities and we're good. Hey, you guys going? Where the hell are my reserves? We got cut off again? 99%, 99%. Finally, GM ground type. Let's have that in production. I should probably, where the heck was that? I had to upgrade the GM ground type, maybe? Nah, I think they're good as they are. And beam spray gun. Yep, should be enough. No template? What do you mean no template? Pretty damn sure I have a template I can use here. HQ. Now let's just build them and then wait for the template to arrive. Suffering some heavy losses here on the south. Ah, finally a reserve force. Okay, I'm gonna send you over to the 19th Reserve, so we're gonna have to... Leipzig Institute? What? Just a bit more. I just need a couple more points. If we can capture probably Stettin, or maybe go straight to Poznan or Breslau. Vienna's over there, and there's also Brno. Let's wait until reserves show up. There's also Copenhagen, I think. Stralsund. Don't let them get away this time, lads. Perfect. Just a bit more and we'll win this. you guys going? Jana, my villa. Wagenfurt as well. Wagenfurt salient will have to hold. Why is nobody holding the position in Pilsen? Are they all driving on the north side? Is that what's going on? They are. Excellent. Excellent. They're just eating up resources. They got that infantry formation, don't let them get away. What? And that's that. I think we can officially say that the war with the AUG is over. And despite the bit of the panic there, we managed, or rather, a bit of panic with a last round spurt from the AUG. We managed to weather the storm, survive a rather tough fight, and win out after nearly 15 years of war. Yeah, this usually happens with my Hearts of Iron 4 run. Whenever it ends, it takes a while for the peace conference mode to activate. Kind of annoying, to be honest. It's I don't know if that it's still a thing with vanilla Hearts of Iron, but even back then when I wasn't playing with mods, it takes a while for the they call it, for the peace conference screen to show up. So that was a bit of a close run. Kind of scared, actually, that they managed to build up 100,000, or rather 100 plus formations rapidly after we managed to push them back on the brink. What do we get? We have 65,000 infant, or rather, that's a little over 100,000 pieces of infantry formation equipment, 1.1 million of other equipment from the AU. And that's just 50% of their stockpile. The AU has capitulated. Degman Sotosavi has announced that the cowardly AU could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of Xeon forces throughout the planet, actually. The AU government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. What? Where? Where are they running? Their main forces have capitulated, and the Xeon is now in the Republic of Xeon is out of control of their home fronts. Will the war against remains their exploration and taunt continues. Also, it is a great victory for the Republic. Beijing has surrendered. So has Baikonur, New Hong Kong, Moscow, Odessa, Stockholm, and the capital of Tokyo. So what do we want? How? Personally, can I get everything? I want to get everything. Or rather, can I get Japan? The frames. God. I want to take Hokkaido, Tohoku region. Shinetsu, Kansai. I have 1,008. I have 187,714 victory points because I played this solo against the entirety of the Federation, so I'm gonna take that. What else? So gonna take the Okinawa Islands, if you don't mind, and up here in orbit. Oh, that's ours already, so no need to worry about that. I would love to have Side 7, please. I still have 186,000. How about I get Luna 2 as well? Yeah, that should be enough. No, that's just 3,742. How about I take everything from space, then make this a G-Clock's timeline? Taking a while. Everybody here. Select the 31 states. Yes, thank you. EU still has some demands. Don't have anybody I can. I change governments somewhere. Now we're both spacenoids, so what else do I want? These areas are already under my control, so I don't need to get that. How about I take Hawaii? It's Hawaii. And where's Iwo Jima? Jima as well. Thank you. I'll take Taiwan. No. Taiwan should be on their own. I'll take the Philippines. Good spot here. And if I remember correctly, one of the other PSP era Gundam Battle Chronicle games actually has a couple of missions in this region, and I think what they call is Cebu, the Central Islands. There is. There's a Xeon base around here in the original canon, according to the game, or according to the, as far as I know. And I think that's. Wait, no. Let's take Australia as well. Still have some points. I'll take that, as well as the Kiwis here in Switzerland and New Zealand. And yes, that's enough for me. Let's see how far they go with this one. Actually surprising how things went for this drive. Gonna take a while to calculate. Let's hope they agree to our demands. This is taking a little too long. What the heck? Yeah, I suppose since this is a different or later mod, it's going to take a bit longer for the calculations to happen. If you're still with us, this is a good time for you to take a sip, take a bathroom break if you can. Ooh, there it is. Never mind. Pause, pause, pause. Oh, this is kind of late. Aid budget approved for Side 7 construction. We already got the AU area, though. So we have exiled divisions. What? Oh! They're currently in... Yeah, they're currently heading home. And insufficient resources... Since we can't deliver there. We took 54 states. The sides are now with ours. We have captured 1,290,558 equipment. UC 0096, an end-of-war agreement was signed between the AU and the Republic of Zeon. They took back Kimberade. Well, whatever. They didn't need some of these places anyway. Do have access to Aiden still. Some of these parts. But well, after several years of hard going, we actually managed to complete the operation, and, well, the South Asia forces actually managed to survive. Now they're heading home, and coming back friendly locations. How did we get South Yemen? They didn't capture South Yemen at all? That's funny. Convoys, currently 1,000 for supply, 500 for trade, 19 for transferring, 24 for naval invasion plans. These guys are heading home. El Alamein. Ah, look at that. Government tab. We didn't get all 3 of these. We didn't give the Rambaral Corps the domes. Since we didn't get the Bible of the House of Ral national focus, Taichi Ohara is also locked out. Ah, Jaburo is under our control now. And these guys are still on defense. These guys are heading home. Oh wait, they're just moving to the other side. What the heck? Still a bit of a supply issue though. Yep, California base is still ours. I guess, no, Tokyo is under our control. Oh, so they did focus on establishing formations here in the East Asia region. Here's the capital now, though. Our capital is Tripoli. So that's for ours. Ah, well, if you capture Tokyo, they're gonna move the capital to Amsterdam, huh? There. How's this thing going out over here? Looks like Von Braun and Renata are at peace, at least. Didn't get to use our reserve formation deployed here in Solomon, at least. Thankfully, that's not much of an issue. Oh, what? Oh, I should have taken over the orbital positions as well. Dang it. Well, whatever. I guess with that, we could say that the Xeon campaign is complete. It took us a little over a decade to do so, but still, successful operation so far, or rather, a successful operation in the end. Just a little under an hour and a half, though. Thought I could do that faster. Still, can't really complain about the results. Kinda glad we actually managed to finish this at least, even though we had to go a couple of months over the mandatory stop time. And the sudden deployment of 100 mobile suit divisions coming up at us was a bit of a scare, but still, did manage to keep enough of our objectives in place. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully this time we don't have to worry about some sort of interdimensional interdimensional shenanigans that could suddenly change or ruin the peace, the post-war peace. Wonder if Masho and her crew are gonna start doing some more mobile suit battles now that the war is over. Anyway, thanks for joining us in our last run for the Xeon campaign here in Hearts of Iron 4. It has been really fun, yes, but I do wonder if I should now do the Federation side of things in the near future, just to give a different point of view about this entire Federation campaign. Or we could probably wait for another update for that to show up. That's going to be a couple more months, probably. For the time being, we can probably give this game a bit of a rest as we focus on finishing up all the other stuff, all the other campaigns we had on the back burner. Speaking of finishing stuff, I did manage to complete the thumbnails from the for the VOD archives, so that's one piece of to do that's off the bucket list now. Oh, I actually don't know where to go next. I could probably complete up the running with rifle camp, or rather, get to the actual end game of running with rifles. Brown pants. Tomorrow I can probably do some more art streams. There are some drawing ideas I wanted to put into practice, but I haven't had the motivation to actually go ahead with them. We'll see. With all that being said, if you got any complaints or live reactions about the stream today, you can always drop me a line on Twitter or Pixiv. If you got a friend, or rather, if you got a hankering for some of the older streams that I've done today, you can always check the VOD archive linked on the About tab of my profile page. Speaking of my profile page, if you have a friend who might be interested in the stuff I stream, or who's in a hankering to complain about Twitch or PNG streamers in general, you can always, I appreciate it if you can share my profile link, twitch.tv/lurkatwurk. That's all from me for now. Not sure not sure what I really am going to be doing tomorrow. I might have to change it last minute. Just keep an ear out on the socials, so I can give you updates. We'll see. There's still a lot of stuff I do want to finish, on top of stuff I also want to start. For now, I think I'm gonna take 5 and bask in the glory of actually finishing an overextended campaign of Hearts of Iron. Look at Work is now going to be RTV. Again, my appreciation for being with us today. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Good night, everybody.